Welcome everybody. Matthew Griffin here with At Home Real Estate Consulting. Here sitting down with Caitlin Bear, store manager for Frankie's Boutique, heart of downtown Macon.
Yep.
Women's boutique, all size inclusive. We want to make you feel comfortable here. And we're just here to talk about casual conversation of what Frankie is, what they do, how long they've been here, and what women can expect walking in here. So with that being said, Caitlin, can you introduce yourself just a little bit?
I'm Caitlin Bear. I am the manager here at Frankie's. I am married to my wonderful husband, Philip, of almost 10 years now. We have 2 sweet little kids, and we are longtime Macon residents. We love downtown Macon, hardcore Maconite.
Awesome, fantastic. You said you have 2 kids, but we also have Coda sitting in Coda. Coda is a golden doodle. Is that right? She's going to be your little security for a little bit, so he's over there sitting there. Hopefully he'll walk in the frame at some point in time and say hello. But one thing you said, you're from Macon. You're both from Macon. I didn't know that. So, but born and raised in Macon?
So I've lived in Macon almost my whole life since I was a baby.
Okay.
My husband's lived in Georgia since he was about 10, and we've been in Macon ever since we've been together.
Awesome. Fantastic. So let's get back on the topic of Frankie's a little bit. So Frankie is about to celebrate their
second anniversary.
So y'all have been here since when of 2018?
We have been here since November of 2018, officially as a brick and mortar business. Small Business Saturday is our official birthday, and we are very excited about that.
Fantastic. So women's boutique, that's specialized. Any men's clothes, just purely women?
We have a few men's items.
Okay.
Fat Pelican is one of the brands that we carry here, and they are a local brand. So, and we love supporting local makers. A lot of our consigners are from the area. So we carry brands from local artists. And Fat Pelican is one of the ones that we carry who has a few men's products in the store.
Well, fantastic. So 2 years here. Tell us a little bit about the beginnings, because we know Frankie's originally named after the owner's uncle. Is that right? So tell me a little bit about that.
So Frankie was Abby's uncle, and someone who she was very inspired by. He was extremely important in her life, really kind of helped mold her in a lot of ways, and someone who always just made her feel empowered and made her realize that empowering people is a great thing. And after he passed, she wanted to honor him, and so she named her business after her uncle.
So from what I understand, y'all started online.
Yes.
And then I'm assuming y'all got so big that y'all, we got to open up a storefront. Abby is from Macon as well, or not?
Abby is from Illinois. And she and her husband's in the military, so they're a military family. So they have had to move quite a bit. So they were living in Warner Robins, and they fell in love with downtown Macon. So that's why they decided, like, this is where we want to plant our store. They opened this store and then stayed here for almost 2 years, I believe. And then her husband was restationed in Florida. So they love downtown Macon, and they really want to get back here. So they're like, we're keeping the business, we're keeping it open, with the hopes that they will eventually get back here.
Well, fantastic. So going back to downtown Macon, y'all have been here, you and your husband here, Abby's been here. Tell me a little bit, what's the culture of downtown Macon like for you? Well, when you walk downtown Macon, you walk down here, get a coffee in the morning, or you walk down here walking your dog, or whatever it is. What's the culture like? What does downtown Macon mean to you?
I've always loved downtown Macon. I just love that there's so much history and character. I love old buildings and how a lot of these old businesses, they keep the original flooring and they keep the original brick, and they just bring a modern feel to an old-timey classic location. They just breathe new life into it. The music culture is really great. In fact, there's a guy who sits outside almost every single day and plays guitar all day long.
Just sits outside from the store?
Across the street. And so we get to hear him play guitar just when we're working and we're just out and about. And so when you're just downtown and it's a beautiful day and you hear live music going on and people are just walking around, it just feels good.
You want to move in and talk about some of the places? Because I know Lainey was supposed to be here this morning, or was not supposed to, but idea of her joining us. Noticed she has some amazing makeup on her thing. But let's talk about Frankie's, the culture of the store, because I know you've been here since the beginning of this year. Is that correct?
I've actually only been working here as manager for a few months now.
Okay. So you've been the photographer here for over 2 years, right?
For almost 2 years now.
Fantastic. So that's one of the things that originally drew us to actually reaching out, and Carter can attest to this. The store's culture. So we'll spin it into a little bit about talking about the store's culture and the employees here and everyone, the associates, and then we'll also talk about the social media because we noticed the picture's really good, and that's actually your photography. So starting off, let's talk a little bit about the associates. I know Lainey is supposed to join us. Can you tell us a little bit about what's this culture like when you walk in? So walk into Frankie's, what's the vibe from behind the scenes with the employees to
So we're all friends, which I think is really amazing. We all love each other. We really do feel like a family here.
Yeah.
Lainey lives downtown, so that's really fun. And her husband is one of the Mercer football coaches, which I just think it's really cool when everybody is involved in our community.
Small town vibes.
Yeah. And so they recently moved here, and she is an incredible makeup artist. She's got a makeup page. She does like special effects type makeup, which is super cool.
I saw that on I'd be very impressed by it, but it's makeup, but it's also like kind of like body paint kind of thing. So I saw there, and it was, I'm not sure if it was a Halloween thing or what, but it was Dory from Finding Nemo. And like her eye was Dory's eye, and it was just like Dory swimming.
Yeah, I mean, some of the stuff that she does, I'm like, there's no way that that's actually her under there, but it is, and it's incredible.
So how did Lainey come on board?
So she just came in one day, and it was just like, hey, are you hiring? And
wow,
just joined us.
Fantastic. So how do you know Abby? So you've been doing photography for 2 years. You do most of the photo shoots, so what we see on Instagram and the website, all the product photos, that's your photography.
Right.
So how do you know Abby?
I was eating across the street at Rookery one day, and we were waiting to be seated, and I was like, I'm just gonna run into that boutique, because at the time I was like just trying to get a few more boutiques to do photography for. And so I came in here, and Abby's father-in-law Ron was here, and I was like, this may be an odd question, but I was just wondering if y'all have a photographer. I would love to, talk to you about doing some of your store's photography. And he's like, oh, I don't know. I'll talk to Abby about it. We'll see. And like 30 minutes later, she called me, and she was like, okay, yeah, let's give it a shot. And I was like, oh, awesome.
So you just walked in and asked.
I just walked in and asked.
That's insane. And 2 years later, you hear the store manager.
And I'm still here.
Fantastic. Well, they must be treating you pretty good then.
Oh yeah,
awesome.
They're wonderful.
Well, fantastic. So store culture, and then we'll spin it back towards the photography a little bit, because like I said, Carter and I were on just kind of exploring the internet, looking for people to reach out to. We were really impressed by the product photography, and after talking with you for a little bit, we found out it's actually your photography. So there's a little bit less about Frankie's, but moving into it, tell us about your photography, maybe starting at how you got into it, because I know you did that for probably 8 years.
About 8 years now. I started just because when we had our daughter, I was like, I want to take pictures of her. So I asked my husband, I was like, I really, really want to get a camera. So he surprised me one day, and I just started taking pictures of her.
Was it just out of the blue? Or was it like a Christmas, birthday, or was it just coming home with a camera kind of thing? Do you remember?
I think it was just randomly out of the blue.
That's
I don't. He's one of his love languages is gift giving, and that I'm very receptive of that.
That works out.
So I just started taking pictures of our daughter, and then as I got more comfortable with it, I just started asking some friends if I could take pictures of their families. And when I look back on my first work, I'm kind of like, but we all start somewhere, we all grow from it. So 8 years later, I'm very comfortable with where I'm at with it. I'm doing a lot of weddings and commercial, like headshots and that type of thing. Boutiques. I love working with families. I love working with couples.
So you'll do the product photography, then you also do, I noticed on your website, I went to the blog section, weddings, bridal, that kind of thing. So moving back to the kind of the product photography, you'll notice in the background of all these pictures, y'all really stay accustomed to staying in downtown Macon, having those background scenes being downtown Macon.
Right.
Now, is that intentional or is it just more of a convenience factor? So tell me about, because it seems to really go with the ambiance of the store.
Yeah, I mean, it's a little bit of both. I like staying downtown just because we love downtown so much, and that's where our store is. It's convenient because, you know, when the girls are having to change clothes a whole bunch of times to shoot, you know, new things, it's nice to be able to like kind of have our home base. But we just really love downtown, and there's just such a variety of scenery that you can get when you're working downtown that, you know, why do you need to go anywhere else? There's so much to see right here.
Absolutely. So take us kind of through a photography day. So I'm assuming maybe you get a new shipment in or a new line in, and it's an all-out day where all these outfits get taken, or is it kind of like spot on? So take me through the process of how you handle the photography sessions. That's really interesting.
Okay, so we typically shoot every Tuesday.
Every Tuesday.
I have a group of girls who are the store's brand reps. When I started managing the store, we started a brand rep program. So I have a select group of girls who pretty much always model for me. And every Tuesday, I will have, as we get shipments of new things throughout the week, I'll just pull, you know, one of each new item so that we know what all we need to shoot on that Tuesday. And they come in and we'll take about an hour and a half sometimes, and we'll just run through it. And our shoots are super fun. They're really casual and easygoing, and it's really just a lot of like us goofing around. Just a lot of like, okay, now like see if you've got boogers in your nose, and just any kind of random thing that just gets you laughing. And I'll just have them walking down the street and I'll be like, okay, now think about what kind of milkshake you're going to get from Rookery when we leave here. Just anything to get someone smiling, casual, candid.
So what's the brand rep program? That's something you implemented coming in as store manager? That's something I didn't do before?
Before we had, what we would do like model calls.
Okay,
so
what's that?
I would basically post on social media, like I need this many models on this day. And then as I became more involved with the store, I talked to Abby about like, let's just start a program where, you know, these girls, they have an incentive to model for us by, you know, receiving a discount and being able to offer their friends and their Instagram followers a discount and things like that, so that we have a consistent group of girls who are kind of the face of the store. And that way, when people see their photos on the store, they automatically associate it with Frankie's, because they're like, oh, there's Ame in her super cute outfit. She must have got that at Frankie's.
Absolutely.
And yeah, so it's been really fun, and they love it. The girls love it, and it's great for us because the girls have now become like part of our family, and we're all friends now with them. So it's just, you know, like our little circle just keeps getting bigger.
Absolutely. How many girls do you have in the brand program right now?
We have about 10.
Fantastic. And they'll be the face of the social media, so they'll be on the website, they'll be on Instagram.
Yep, all of our website photos are all our brand reps. And we try to have a very inclusive range of girls and sizes, so that, you know, everyone is represented well. And they're on our Instagram and on our Facebook pages, and they'll post on their own socials. So,
and that's one key part of Frankie, is something that you told me, is being all inclusive. So you want anyone to be able to walk in here and feel like they belong here, right?
Exactly. And we want everyone to walk in here and there be something for them. So we have sizes that range from extra small up to 3X, and we try to make it so that no matter, you know, what your style is, no matter what size you are, you come in here and you're definitely going to find something that you love.
And that's one thing, when we were chit-chatting before this whole thing started, is when I was doing my research, I saw a lot about this velvet couch in there. Everyone's talking about this velvet couch, and a comment you made on it was you don't want you and Abby don't want this to be a place just only to shop. It's someone to come and sit down and enjoy yourself and really feel like you belong. And I really feel like that's really well.
Right, and when you go get your hair done, hairstylists are always kind of called therapists as well.
Absolutely.
And we want people to walk in here, and if you're having a bad day and you're like looking to do some retail therapy, whatever it is that makes you feel better, we want you to be able to just sit here and with us and talk it out and tell us about your life, tell us about what you're doing. We don't want you to come in here just because you need a new shirt. We want you to come in here because you enjoy being around us and you enjoy being in this atmosphere.
Absolutely. So moving into that a little bit more, it sounds like Frankie's can be pretty impactful for some people that walk in. Is there a certain moment that sticks out to you? Means you think Frankie's is kind of a heartfelt moment or experience that you have here?
I mean, I think that first impressions are very key. So I think when someone walks in somewhere and they're immediately greeted with a good attitude, that can really change your whole mindset when you walk into a place. I know that when I walk in somewhere, it means a lot to me when someone's like, hey, welcome in, I'm so glad that you're here.
And that's kind of the first impressions of Frank's, right? So if someone walks in, you're going to greet them.
Exactly. We definitely want you to know that you're welcome here and that we want you here.
Fantastic. So we're going to...
Does he need to go?
Oh, no, it's perfect.
Okay.
I think people like it.
So probably not should just leave.
Can talk a little more about family. So then, how many employees do y'all have here?
So we have, it's me, Lainey, Brooke, our employee Erin. She doesn't get to come as much anymore, but she's still part of our family. And we just hired a new girl, Kayla, who is starting today, actually.
Fantastic. So what's Kayla here to do?
She'll be an associate.
Okay.
She'll pretty much only work on the weekends, which is nice because when there's only a few of us, you know, it's nice to be able to have a little more flexibility with our schedules.
Absolutely. So everyone's like family here, right?
Yeah, we're all just like a family here. My kids come. We're pet friendly, so obviously my dog comes with us. And it's, I really don't even call the girls associates except for when someone's saying, well, what do they do here?
Absolutely.
I've lost my train of thought.
It's perfectly okay, actually, for those on Coda, her dog, Golden Doodle.
Yes.
Just 1 year old. He's actually sitting right here at our feet, so that's pretty cool. I hope y'all can see him, but if not, no, they can't see him. So no big deal. But going back, so big family friendly environment. So how many people all are part of this Frankie family? How many people work here? Do you know?
So there's me, Abby, Erin, Brooke, Lainey, and now Kayla. So that's 6 of us. Okay. Well, and of course, Abby's husband, Jordan.
Okay.
If you want to consider the kids,
absolutely.
My daughter comes and she like straightens things up all the time. She'll make sure that everything is in a perfect little line. And then my son is really good about undoing that. And let's see. And then my husband is kind of our resident handyman. He makes sure that any little projects that I need built get done. And he built our shoe wall, and he put up all of our lights and stuff outside. So he's pretty handy.
Actually, so you're talking about the interior of the building. It's beautifully designed. So you have the exposed brick.
Yes.
All the looks like the natural original hardwood floors, something like that.
The original floors, the original tile.
Fantastic stuff.
So the exterior, before we painted it, it was just a very bland beige with some red, and it just was not very exciting. And we really wanted to stand out and be modern, and just when you're driving down the street, you're like, oh, what's that? That's really cute. So painted the outside black and painted the doors pink. Love the pink doors. Put some plants out, put the lights out. So now it's just a lot more eye-catching, and it's just a lot more modern and fun, and looks like somewhere that you want to go into.
Absolutely. So you have the associates here working. Are any of those brand ambassadors also associates here, or the brand reps? Or they also work at the store, or are they only responsible for
Brooke is one of the girls who models the most for us. She is gorgeous. She's so sweet. She's probably the sweetest person you can meet. And she's one of those people who you walk in and she just cannot help but like be excited that you're here. She's just the best. And she does our TikTok videos. We do every shift, the girls will do like try on videos for our Instagram stories. And she just does the cutest ones. And we love her. Lainey also models for us from time to time. But the two of them, I've been in one, but I typically try to stay on the other side of the camera. But yeah, so yeah, our employees, they do model and they're great at it.
Absolutely. So if someone wanted to go about becoming or asking about being a brand rep or just being a part of the process or being part of the Frankie's family, whether that be an associate or a brand rep, what does that kind of look like? What can they do?
So you would just come in the store, introduce yourself, say I'm interested in this, and I'd be like, okay, great, let's get you involved.
Fantastic.
We love having new people join our team.
Fantastic. And you hinted on TikTok, and we've talked about Instagram a little bit. What's Frankie's take on the importance of social media? So I know pretty active on Instagram stories is really important. We'll start with Instagram. What's your Instagram presence like? What's first off, what's your handle on Instagram?
Shop Frankie's Boutique is our handle on Instagram. And obviously social media is hugely important, especially now. You know, all businesses are trying to come back from COVID. So social media is a huge thing to try to get us in front of people when a lot of people still are not physically going out. So we try to be extremely present on Instagram and on Facebook, and keep your little bubble at the beginning of people's little feed there. And that's when we're constantly posting like try on videos. And a lot of people don't just come downtown and just go like, I'm just going to walk around and see what I can find. You know, they come here because they saw us on social media first. So obviously that's really important. And we try to stay up to date on that.
So Instagram, cover Instagram. I know you're active on Facebook, but something I also saw, which is pretty different than I feel like most of the boutiques down here, is y'all have a Facebook group.
Yes.
Dedicated. Can you tell me a little bit what that is and kind of the idea behind it?
So our Frankie's Boutique VIP group is just a group that we post. We'll post there first. So anyone who's involved in that group, you're going to be the first people to find out about new discounts, new arrivals, a lot of stuff. Being that Abby is in Florida now, she'll get a lot of new arrivals sent to her first, and so she'll get to try them on and show you what they look like, and she'll post those in our VIP Facebook group. And so those people, you know, can go ahead and order it before it even hits the floor, which, you know, is exciting when you get to be the first to know about something.
Absolutely. So that VIP Facebook group, there's a certain thing you have to do to get in it? You have to come say, is your password, walk in the store?
No,
what do you have to do?
There's no password. You just have to tell us, you just have to, you know, ask to request to join the group, and we'll let you in. Everyone's welcome here.
So that kind of feeds more into the family vibe of Frankie. So there's just this group of people who really just want to love and support Frankie's, and they're the first ones to get to order these new arrivals when they come on scene.
Right.
Fantastic. So also you mentioned TikTok, brand new app pretty much. It's very good for small businesses. So what's your take on TikTok? What is Frankie's trying to do with TikTok?
Well, obviously, if you know, TikTok is huge now, and there's so many different creators on there, and there's a lot of different businesses that are on there, and you know, you just need that one video to kind of blow up and make your store or your business be more visible. So we're trying to make cute TikToks to get more engagement. So if you're on TikTok, go follow us. Shop Frankie's Boutique.
Absolutely. Shop Frankie, is that universal across all social media platforms?
Yes.
So Instagram, Facebook, and TikTok?
It's Frankie's Boutique on Facebook.
Okay.
And then our handles are Shop Frankie's Boutique for everything else.
Awesome. Fantastic. So Frankie's is just one of quite a few boutiques in downtown Macon. So what's your take on the culture of boutiques, like women's boutiques in downtown Macon? When you think boutiques in downtown Macon, what do you imagine as a whole, and then what do you imagine for Frankie's?
Well, as a whole, I think it's great that there's several boutiques downtown. I think that it's awesome that, you know, people have lots of different options. I don't think that there ever needs to be just a monopoly on a certain type of business in an area. And I really strive to have the mentality of community over competition. So there have been plenty of times when there was a boutique across the street at one point, and we would post on social medias together.
Really?
To say like, look, you can shop here, and then you can go over here and get something to coordinate to bring business, because business for you is business for us. And the more people who come downtown, the better. So the more businesses to bring people downtown, the better.
Absolutely. I think that's absolutely incredible for y'all to do, especially seeing being most of these stores are retail brick and mortar walkthrough. So there's could be a vibe of competition, of not wanting to help and support each other, but for y'all to go out and reach out, or whoever it was, and do these features together, saying we can both be supported, is absolutely fantastic. So.
And we try to do that with lots of businesses. For example, the photo shoots that we do, since we shoot every week, we try to give a lot of variety to that. So we partner with other businesses downtown so that they can host our shoots in a sense. So coming up, we're about to shoot at Kinjo, and we're gonna do like a Friendsgiving type theme. And they're gonna have a beautiful table spread, and we'll shoot there, and it'll just be a really fun thing. And it's fun for the girls to be able to get together and do something like that. But then when we're posting, we're able to tag your business and be like, hey, Kinjo is running this really awesome Thanksgiving special. You should definitely go check it out. Look at their small plates. They're just doing awesome things. We also recently did that with Barefoot, and they're able to use the photos on their social medias. So it's all just kind of working together to help each other out.
Are there any other collaborations that y'all have done? So y'all have done Barefoot, you have the one coming up for Friendsgiving. Are there any other collaborations y'all have done with businesses down here?
We've tried to work with different restaurants so far, but we're also, I've done some things with Decadent in the past. But yeah, I mean, we're always looking for new businesses to partner up with, but we just recently started partnering with other places. So that's something that we're trying to get more and more involved
Absolutely.
with.
So if a downtown Macon business owner sees this and wants to be a part of it, can they just come in the store and say, hey, I'm the owner of XYZ. We'd love to partner somehow and do a shoot together? Absolutely.
I am thrilled to meet anyone who wants to help us, help them, just work together. We love partnering with other downtown businesses.
Absolutely. Fantastic. So looking around the store, y'all have so many amazing brands in here. And it looks like I'm recognizing a lot of the brands. So are these local consigners, or tell me a little bit about the inventory in here?
So our jewelry and accessories inventory, those are all done by mostly local makers. One of our jewelry carriers is Misfit Moon, which the owner of that brand her name is Jasmine. She's incredible. We love her so much. She's also a veteran. So supporting veterans is a big deal to us. Then we've got some Cottonwood Collections, who she's a local clay jewelry artist. Fat Pelican, I touched on earlier. We love when people come in. Oh, Ame is one of our models for the store. She makes resin jewelry. She's also an incredible painter. Definitely check her out. We love her. But we carry her line. So we love carrying lines of local makers. And again, just partnering with businesses that are doing good things is a big deal to us.
Well, fantastic. If you were to walk in the store right now and pick out one, whether it be some of the local jewelry or an article of clothing, what's like your favorite thing? That may be a pretty hard question to ask right now, but if you're gonna walk in here and want to walk out with like one kind of thing, what is it gonna be? Like new arrivals coming in, something like that?
Well, since I have started working at the store, Abby's kind of let me in a little bit on our purchasing process. And so I have a very like 90s sense of style, and I love puffy sleeves and things like that are more of a 90s fashion aesthetic, and we recently got in a top that's got like massive puffy sleeves, and I love that kind of thing, but I also really love maxi dresses. So we just got in some new arrivals like that, so I love that kind of stuff.
Well, fantastic. We're also moving into the holiday season, so Thanksgiving's coming up, Christmas. What can people expect coming into Frankie's in the next couple months in preparation for the holidays?
We're going to have some really great discounts going on for Black Friday and Small Business Saturday, so please definitely keep a lookout for those things. We will be open for Black Friday and Small Business Saturday, and we'll just have some fun little special gifts going on for that time.
Absolutely. And then before we roll into ending, I want to ask you one question. So with the holidays coming up, I don't know anything about women's fashion, anything at all. I have to find something for my girlfriend. I walk in the store. Can guys come down there to walk in the store? I have no idea what I'm talking about.
Absolutely.
Say, hey, I need something. What are going to be your suggestions? What can guys do?
Absolutely. So I love it when husbands and boyfriends come in here to shop for their significant others. And usually what I would just do is be like, okay, well, show me her Instagram so that I can kind of get a feel for the types of clothes that she actually enjoys wearing.
Yeah.
Because I don't want to pick her out something that like I would wear, but she would never wear that. So I would just say, show me your Instagram. And then I'd be like, okay, I can tell that she really loves leopard print.
Yeah.
And I'd be like, I think that you should go with this because this looks like her style from what I can see. And we'll put a whole look together and we'll have her looking really cute.
It'll be a fun time. Absolutely. That's something I'm definitely going to do.
And then the boyfriend can sit right here on the couch while I put it all together.
Fantastic. It's a whole great thing.
Yeah.
So awesome. Well, I think we're rolling up on the mark. Last things, where can they find you? What's your address, social media? Tell them what they want to hear.
Frankie's Boutique, 552 Cherry Street, Downtown Macon. You can find us on Instagram at Shop Frankie's Boutique. You can find us on Facebook, Frankie's Boutique. TikTok, Shop Frankie's Boutique. That's our handle for everything. Find us on all socials.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much, Caitlin, for joining us today. This has been At Home Macon, Small Business Interviews. Look forward to talking to y'all soon. Have a great one.
Okay.
Fantastic. How do you feel?